Thought you'd be in the pound.
Nah, sorry to spoil your day. Doc just fixed me up. Thanks for keeping this warm for me. Shove off, Monty.
What if I don't? You gotta wait for some dark night to bash me up like you did Bert?
That's not my style, and you know it. You've got nothing to worry about as long as you remember I'm back.
Yeah, well, I've been thinking.
That must have been a strain.
Things went pretty well when you weren't here.
Not the way I heard it. Getting rich quick, wasn't it? Making a killing out of Lizzie's first lot of booze. I reckon you would have split your take with Lizzie.
Yeah, that's what I reckon too. Oh, shut up, Lizzie.
All right, maybe we ought to let everybody make up their own minds. Okay? Who's it gonna be? I looked after you all right, didn't I?
Looks like they've already decided. Get her out of my road, will you, girls? Doreen, Lizzie.
We don't want any trouble, Bea.
Looks like you're on your own, Smith.
Doesn't worry me a bit.
Ferguson!
Oh!
You great place! What the I feel a weak need, idiot.
No, you're not. Look, I don't think you should be left alone tonight.
No, I don't think so either.
You lot, get up. Come on, get a move on.
Come on, Wonk. Wake up.
Has the bell gone already?
Of course it has. You don't think I'd be up and around if it hadn't, do you?
Is Lizzie up too?
Yeah, for a change. Gee, it's nice to have you here, Lynn. You know, I haven't had a real friend since Frankie died. I wish they'd let me work at the nursery with you instead of the laundry. We'd make a great team, wouldn't we?
You bet.
Except I'll never be put on work release.
Well, I hope I'm not on it much longer anyway.
Really? Why, don't you like it?
Oh, yeah, of course I do. It's just that if my parole comes through, I should be out of here soon. Well, don't sound so disappointed, Doreen.
Well, I'm happy for you, Lynn, but you know.
Oh, cheer up. You'll probably get your parole too.
Oh, like hell I will. After my little trip with Frankie, they'll probably make me do the whole stretch.
Oh, never mind. You'll be surprised how quickly it'll go.
Yeah, but all me mates are getting out. It's not the same anymore.
But you've still got Lizzie and Bea.
Yeah.
Cheer up, Doreen. I haven't gone yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And anything could happen.
Oh, thanks. Come on.
What's the matter? Oh, I just wish I could find a bit of me that didn't ache. Oh, that bitch Noel, Lena, caught me in all my vital parts.
After what you did to her, she's probably feeling pretty much the same.
Yeah. You know, just thinking about that makes me feel better.
Well, I hate to think what you'll do to her next time.
Oh, I have need for it next time. And after all, she's the one that landed in hospital. No point in either of us getting any more trouble. The Sargs will be releasing Noreen soon and we'll be rid of her.
True.
Tell you what, I envy you getting out every day. How's it going?
Oh, terrific. Can't believe it, though. I keep thinking somebody's going to tap me on the shoulder and call me back, tell me it's all a mistake.
Yeah, I know just what you mean. I felt the same way myself when I was out.
Was it really worth it, Bea?
You must be joking. Of course it was. I knew it wasn't going to last long, so I decided to have a ball. And I did. Pity it didn't last a bit longer, though. Tell you what, Brian was a bit of all right. Well, you can laugh. I'll be lucky if I can remember what it's like to be with a bloke by the time I get out.
Hi.
Morning. Sit down now, get your breakfast.
I'll just have coffee, thanks. Thank you.
Sugar?
Yes, thank you. Should I give you a lift into work?
No. Sorry, I mean, I don't think it looked good if we both arrived together.
I suppose not. I might go now, if you don't mind.
To work? Early, isn't it?
Yes, we'll give you a chance to get ready. See you later, then.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's have a little less hilarity, shall we? You're going to work, not a party. Have a nice day outside.
Thank you, Miss Bennett. We will, Miss Bennett. We hope you have a lovely day, too, in here, Miss Bennett.
Ladies?
Hi,
You're early, Doctor?
Am I?
Thought you might have been a bit late today. Did you and Meg enjoy yourselves after I left last night?
Be in my office if I'm needed. It's coming along nicely. So the lip's okay? I think you're well enough to go back to work, Nolene. What do you think? Mrs. Jackson?
Yes?
Nolene's fit for work.
Thank you, Doctor. Nolene, the governor wants to see you before you go back.
Come in. Good morning, Nolene. Sit down. I've some good news for you. No doubt you'll be pleased to hear I've been advised of your release next week. Well, you don't seem very pleased about it.
What's to be pleased about? I'm due. They ain't doing me no favours.
Well, if that's your attitude, nothing I can say can alter it. But I would advise you about getting involved in any more of these stupid power games. Otherwise, you'll be spending more than 2 weeks in here.
Oh, yeah, you'd really like that, wouldn't
What
you?
I'd like has nothing to do with it.
Funny. Thought that was your job. You know, protecting us. But it doesn't work like that, does it? Not for people like me and me brother. You couldn't give a stuff about people like us. And we can get bashed up or shot down in cold blood
That's
like
enough,
cold
Burke.
was.
Your brother brought it on himself.
Burke, remember what I've just said to you. All right, you may go. It's not worth getting worked up about. You might as well talk to a brick wall. I'm afraid we'll be seeing her again here one day.
Yes, probably.
Hello there.
Oh, Steve, hi.
Thought you might like some lunch.
I can't. I got a lecture in 20 minutes.
Oh, that's a pity. Maybe some other time.
Yeah, love to.
Can you spare me a couple of minutes? I've got something I'd like to tell you.
Can I think about it?
Only if you say yes.
Oh, that sounds fair enough. How about going over here?
All right.
Okay. Your 2 minutes start from now. You got 1 minute and 55 seconds. Sorry. What is it?
Well, I wanted you to be the first to hear the news. I've got the go-ahead for the halfway house project.
You got the money? Oh, Steve, that's marvelous. How did you manage it?
Well, I persuaded Marianne de Vere.
Oh. And just exactly what did that cost?
Oh, come on, Karen. Be fair. Give her a chance. Look, she really is trying to help. Not just for the people who've been released, but for those who are left inside. She really does want to make life easier for them.
Yeah, I'll bet.
It's true. She's donated a brand new color television set to replace the old black and white one.
Big deal. Still, I guess the others will appreciate it.
Don't you? I thought the project was the most important thing, not where the money came from.
Steve, even if the project does get off the ground, my part in it will only depend on the outcome of my studies. I can't even think about it until then.
Well, thank you. Karen, don't you realize that I'm doing this for you? So you'll have somewhere concrete to go on to after you're released.
Oh, do you expect me to believe that?
Then who am I doing it for?
Marianne de Vere.
And why should I want to do it for her?
Well, so you can get to see her more often.
Look, I can see Marianne de Vere anytime I want to without resorting to subterfuge.
Steve, I'm sorry. I've got to go. Bye.
Karen. Women.
But do you think she'll get it, Bea?
What are you talking about?
Lynn, a release.
Oh, I don't know, Doreen. I don't care.
Well, I do. Oh, wish I was getting out as well.
After the mess you and Frankie made, you got some hope.
Well, that's not fair, Bea. We was unlucky. Anyway, it'd be different this time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, easy. I'd go straight, keep me nose clean, and put the past behind me.
Yeah, I just see it.
Oh, no, honest. I want to get away from this place for good.
Yeah, you got a long wait then. Look, you're not going to get your parole, so you might just as well sit tight. You and I have had our fling on the outside.
Fling? What fling?
Don't tell me you've forgotten that bloke you picked up. What was his name?
Oh, I can do without him, thank you very much.
You know, you want to watch it, Doreen. I think you're on the turn.
Good afternoon, Miss Bennett.
Mr. Wilson,
I've heard nothing more from the police, I'm afraid.
what about?
George Lucas. He's probably out of the country by now. You realize, of course, you'll have lost the money you put up for his bail.
Mr. Wilson, as far as I'm concerned, it's all over.
Well, not quite.
What do you mean?
Well, if and when the police catch up with Lucas, you'll be called as a witness at the trial. Or had you forgotten that?
I'll think about that if it happens. Is that why you're here?
No, actually, I'm here to see Mrs. Davidson.
Well, I'll take you to see her.
Yes.
Mr. Wilson to see you, Mrs. Davidson.
Oh, come in, Steve.
Thank you.
Sit down. How are you?
I'm fine.
Would you like a cup of tea?
No, thanks.
Well, to what do I owe this pleasure?
Well, Marianne de Vere has agreed to let us have the money for the halfway house project.
Oh, that's splendid.
And she's also donating a color television set for the prisoners' use.
How marvelous. The women will be delighted.
Yes, well, there is one small snag.
Uh-huh. And what is that?
Marianne just doesn't want to be charitable. She wants to be seen to be charitable.
Which means what?
She'd like to arrange a barbecue for the prisoners, their friends, and their families. And then to make an official announcement.
That sounds like a very good idea. Rather unusual, of course, and I shall have to get the department's permission. But I don't see them objecting too strongly. Little fast-talking on my part, and I'm sure they'll agree.
Well, that's marvelous. Actually, I thought you may think it a dreadful idea, sort of, well, a security risk, that sort of thing.
No, not at all. Security will be a problem, and we'll have to work on it. But it's about time we did something like this. There's been a lot of bad press recently about the penal system. I think we could show the public that with a bit of luck, cooperation between the prisoners and the authorities is perfectly possible. In fact, I don't see why we shouldn't invite some of the media.
Well, I suppose we could. It certainly would be good publicity for the project, and, why, we may even get some more donations.
My thoughts exactly. Well, I shall get onto it right away. Thank you, Steve.
My pleasure.
Good. We'll look forward to seeing you on Sunday then. Yes. Yes, we think it's an interesting idea too. Goodbye. Meg, Vera, I know you're busy, so I shan't keep you long. On the 15th of this month, which is this coming Sunday, we're going to have a barbecue for the prisoners and their friends in the garden here.
What?
You see, Marianne de Vere has very generously agreed to finance the Halfway House project. She is also giving the prisoners in here a colour television set.
Oh, colour television set. What next?
Well, that's all very nice, but what's it got to do with a barbecue?
Well, Mrs. de Vere wants to present it to the prisoners as a sort of occasion, celebration, I suppose. It'll do wonders for morale.
Mrs. Davidson, you can't be serious. The prisoners and their friends?
Yes, Vera, and their families, if possible, and the press. I know it will be controversial, but the benefits will be enormous.
The press?
Yes, Vera, the press. The more people who know about this project, the more it will succeed.
I suppose it would be good PR.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Good PR? And what are we going to do about security? Well, the department will never agree to it.
I have already been on the phone to the Commissioner, and he has given his official sanction. Now, what I want you to do is organise a roster so that as many officers will be on duty on Sunday as possible. When you've done that, I will discuss the matter further with you.
Yes, Mrs. Davidson.
Well, thank you. You can return to work now. Was there something you wanted to say, Meg?
Oh, no, Mrs. Davidson.
The whole idea's stupid.
Probably.
Then why did you agree with her?
Because I can see her point about the benefits. I just wish it was anyone but Marianne de Vere behind it.
Oh, what difference does that make? Whoever's involved must be stupid.
She's anything but stupid. Just doubt her motives, that's all. All she's interested in is herself.
You know her?
I met her. That was enough.
Well, I don't blame the de Vere woman. I blame Mrs. Davidson. Disrupting the routine of the prison for some publicity stunt. Well, the prisoners will have a great time. While we have to work like dogs to keep an eye on them.
I agree.
Well, that's a change. What do we do?
Put up with it, I suppose, and hope for the best.
So Marianne de Vere's putting money into the project. It really looks as if it's going to happen.
Oh, fat lot of good that's going to do me, stuck in here.
Yeah, what's the good of a halfway house? When you get out of the nick, you want to stay as far away from them do-gooders as you can.
Ooh, what's happened to keeping your nose clean and putting the past behind you? Anyway, it's all very well for you. But what about people like, well, me and Jenny and Lil, lifers? What good's a place like that to us?
It'll help others, Bea. That's important, isn't it?
Yeah, but what about us in here? What do we get?
That's what I'm saying, lame
come on,
brain.
give us a break.
Oh,
Look.
all yours.
Mr. Vere is going to donate a colour television set to us to watch in here.
Oh, I think that's terrific.
A colour TV? Fantastic. When do we get
I
it?
don't know yet.
Oh, terrific. So some rich bitch is going to drop a bit of what she's got our way. Good on her. We'll take whatever she can hand out, eh, Doreen?
Yeah, too right.
Bloody charity. Who needs it?
Study day?
Yep.
Good.
Thank you.
Ready.
Steve, hi.
Good morning.
I'm sorry I rushed off like that yesterday.
Oh, don't worry about it.
No, it was very rude. I don't know what gets into me sometimes.
It was my fault. I shouldn't be interfering with your studies. It must be hard enough for you as it is. I just thought you would be glad to hear the news, that's all.
I am, honestly. I think it's great news about the halfway house, and so do the others.
Ah, I'm pleased to hear that. At least we know they'll cooperate.
Sorry?
Oh, I've been roped in to organize a barbecue inside the prison. It's a big do to launch the project. Family, friends, everyone's invited.
Another one of Marianne's ideas.
Yes, partly.
What's it got to do with you?
Oh, I'm just protecting Marianne's interests.
I see.
Look, I've got to go and see the governor, but it shouldn't take too long. Could I give you a lift to uni?
Oh, no, truly, I'm late already. Thanks, though. Oh, sorry. It's my fault. Sorry.
Well, I'll catch up with you later then, eh?
Oh, morning, Steve.
Morning, Meg.
Good morning. Can I help you?
I want to see my daughter.
Name?
Burke. Nolene Burke.
Ah, yes. Well, if you'd just like to wait a moment, would you like to take a seat? What can I do for you?
Well, I'd like to see Mrs. Davidson, thanks, Meg.
Of course. Won't be a moment. Follow me.
And I've also organized a marquee for the garden. That should be about here. Now, Marianne's agreed to foot the bill for everything, including the catering. But I rather thought you might like the prisoners to do that. Just savories and snacks and so on. It would look very good in the press. Helping those who help themselves. Also, the money saved could go toward the project. Are there problems?
Well, we tried something similar to that not so long ago. And the women helped themselves to rather more than they should have.
Yes. Clara Goddard's cookery class. Well, I think you'll find that Clara will be a little reluctant to let anything like that happen again, particularly if the media's here. After all, it was her idea to have the halfway house project in the first place, and I don't think she'd want to jeopardize it. Also, she's very good at this sort of thing.
Well, I shan't promise anything, but I will think about it.
This is the first time your mother's been here, isn't it, Nolene? So? Nothing. I just thought it'd be nice for her to see you out here. There she is over there.
I'm not blind. G'day, Mum. It's all right, Mum.
I'm sorry, no.
You got nothing to be sorry about. How's the trip?
It's okay. You've been in trouble again.
No. We just had a bit of a boxing match. The other one landed a lucky punch. Should see her.
I hate these places.
Yeah, I know. Don't think about it. Come and sit down. How's the kids?
They do nothing but talk about coal. They wanted to come to the funeral, but I couldn't afford it, not all of us.
Yeah, well, it's best they didn't.
I suppose the screws wouldn't let you come.
I didn't ask. I didn't want to be there. It's better off where he is.
I had to be there. I couldn't let him be on his own.
I know.
What am I going to do now, Nolene? How am I going to manage? We only get the Social Security and the bills keep coming in. I don't know what to do with you in here and your dad in Bugger Road.
Come on, Mum. You all right? I'll look after you.
How can you in here?
Because I'm being released on Monday. That's how.
You sure?
Of course I'm sure.
How do you like the rest? Never stay out of trouble for long.
Oh, look, Mum, I know what I'm doing. I've been keeping my nose clean, see? Can't wait to get out of this stinking hole and all them smart-ass bitches. Hate the bloody lot of them. Well, they're in for a big shock.
Oh, there you go again.
Look, Mum, I know what I'm doing. They won't catch me this time.
that.
It's built up.
Could I have your attention, please? We are having a barbecue in the prison grounds on Sunday the 15th. That's this coming Sunday. It will be a purely social gathering, and you are all allowed to invite 2 guests each.
I think that's a lovely idea, Mrs. Davidson.
So do I.
What's the catch?
No catch, Ferguson. As you probably already know, there has been talk of establishing a halfway house for ex-prisoners. Well, I am happy to say finance has been found for that project.
Mrs. Davidson?
Yes, Lynn?
Do we have to wear our uniforms or can we change into civvies?
Don't be ridiculous, Warner.
I'll have to think about that, Lynn. I'll let you know. Well, are there any more questions? If there aren't any more questions, I'll let you get on with whatever you were doing.
Oh, Mrs. Davidson, who's doing the catering?
I haven't decided that yet.
I'd be happy to volunteer if I could have the kitchen. If you're worried about a recurrence of what happened there, I assure you it won't happen again.
That's out of the question.
Not entirely, Miss Bennett. There is something else you ought to know. There will be members of the press and other media present at the barbecue.
Oh.
Now, the slightest suspicion of a scandal will jeopardize the whole project. I want you to understand it is very important we all make a good impression. We would appreciate your help with the catering, Clara, but you must give me your word of honor you will do nothing of which I would disapprove.
You have it.
Good. You will be supervised the entire time, and you may only have 4 girls to help you.
Whatever you say, Mrs. Davidson.
Well, there's nothing more. Good night, ladies.
Good night.
Good night, Mrs. Davidson. Oh, barbecue.
Good on you, Clara.
Here, give the lady a seat.
I couldn't have done better myself. Oh, all that lovely grog.
I'm sorry, Lizzie. I meant what I said. No grog.
You're joking. You don't have to worry about no officer. We'll keep an eye on her.
Yes, that'll be right.
I'm sorry, I meant it. I've given my word.
Clara's right.
Yeah, I reckon she is too.
Ah, you would.
What's the point in having a barbecue if you can't have a little drop to wet your whistle?
Well, if you're not going along with me, I won't do the catering.
Suppose you're right.
Oh.
At least your tucker's better than the rubbish they'd serve up here.
Right then, Clara's the boss.
Well, I think Clara's getting too big for her boots.
Oh, you're only saying that because she won't make any more grog.
Well, what if I am? Wouldn't have hurt her.
Well, I think she's all right. She took the blame for the last lot herself, didn't she? And she didn't dob anyone else in, so I reckon we owe her. Don't you think so, Lynn?
What?
We owe Clara. If she says no grog, it's no grog.
Oh, right.
Well, I think she stinks.
Well, I think she's all right. You know what? She reminds me a bit of me mum.
Oh, you don't even remember her.
So what? Well, I think she's smarter than anyone else in here. And she knows what she's talking about, and it wouldn't do you any harm to listen.
Oh, shut your face.
Who's the letter from?
Jeffrey.
Oh, that bloke you work with.
Oh, yeah, but I don't work with him much anymore. He's back at the uni.
Oh.
Gee, I miss not working with him. He's really nice, you know. He treats me different from anyone else. Doesn't care if I'm in here. I don't know, he just makes me feel good.
It's all right for some.
What do you mean, Doreen?
Well, you're lucky having someone waiting for you when you get out. Me, I haven't got anyone. Not even a family. Who have I got when things go bad? I can't even look after myself.
Oh, it's not as bad as that, love. You'll find someone. Won't she, Lynn?
Yeah, I mean, you can always come and visit me.
Honest?
Sure.
Oh, that's great. Didn't I say it was nice having her in here?
Mrs. Davidson, surely you're not serious about allowing 2 visitors per prisoner without individual supervision.
Vera, the barbecue is a public relations exercise. The prison will be in the limelight. An occasional relaxing of the rules might improve the image the public have of the prison system. Surely even you can see that.
And how are we supposed to stop the visitors from smuggling in all sorts of things, which you know damn well will happen if they're allowed to roam around unchecked?
Because tight security will be enforced when they arrive and when they leave, and they will be restricted to the garden area only. That way there shall be no problems.
Well, I wish I had your confidence, Mrs. Davidson.
So do I, Vera. So do I.
And I suppose the women will be allowed to roam around in their civvies, making it doubly difficult for us?
Obviously, you don't think they should.
No.
Well, it may surprise you to know, Vera, I agree with you. I would like to relax the rules completely. Unfortunately, too many escapes have been made that way, so the women will be wearing their uniform. Now, if that is all, I would like to see the roster you have prepared.
Yes, Mrs. Davidson.
Come in. Don't be a sec.
Hello, Meg.
There's a parcel for you, special delivery.
Thank you. Meg, we have to talk.
What about?
About you and me.
Nothing to talk about.
Meg, be sensible. We have to work together.
You're right. So let's forget the whole thing. It's not as if we're children, is it?
Do you really mean that?
Yes.
Just brush it under the carpet, pretend it never happened.
Greg, let's be honest with each other. Nothing could come of us having an affair.
Why not?
Well, I'm 10 years older than you for a start.
So?
We have absolutely nothing in common but our work.
Well, we'd find that out, wouldn't we? Look, Meg, you're lonely. You've admitted that. Well, my private life isn't exactly a great social whirl. So what is wrong with two lonely people getting together occasionally and if it leads to other things, well, what's the harm?
Loneliness isn't a good basis for a relationship, you know that. Look what happened to Vera.
Look, I'm not saying it's ideal, but it's a start, isn't it?
It's a start.
Well, say yes.
I don't know.
Friends? Can I come round tonight?
Well, Lynn?
Oh, I don't mind, really.
Oh, you got to have a pick, Lynn, or it's not fair.
That's right.
Nature programs, I like them.
Me too. Oh, no, I only said I liked them. I didn't say they were my pick.
Well, why don't you wait your turn before you open your gob?
Well, it's my turn now. And I want, Superman.
Him? What do you want to pick him for?
I would have thought that would be obvious.
Yeah, it's all padding anyway.
Well, a girl can dream, can't she, Lizzie?
Now, girls, can we talk about the halfway house project?
Oh, but I haven't had my turn yet.
Well, what do we want to talk about that for? It won't be for ages yet.
Yeah, and we're getting coloured telly next Sunday.
Yes, but don't you see, the more ideas we come up with, the more chance we have of being listened to.
Oh, look, are you kidding? We've got about as much chance of having a say on that project as I have of putting my hand in the governor's pocket.
Yeah, or of seeing Superman fly through the air in here.
Well, if you won't talk about that, can I have 4 volunteers for the catering, for the barbecue?
Yeah, I'll help you, Clara.
Oh, and me too.
Oh, Jenny here will give you a hand, won't you, Jenny? And there's Lil. There's your full Clara.
I don't believe it. It's true. Dr. Miller, I expect all members of my staff to attend the barbecue. That includes you, Doctor. And I should be grateful if you will be there extremely early so that you can supervise the setting up of the chairs and the tables, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, you can laugh. What Erica means is I'm going to have to be moving everything myself.
No, all she means is she just wants you there so she doesn't have to listen to the moans and groans of the other women as they move the stuff from place to place.
Oh, Lord. Oh, think of all those liniments I'm going to have to hand out to ease their aching backs. As long as they don't expect me to massage them as well.
It's very good work.
Now, you all know what to do, But remember, the slightest infringement, nip it in the bud and report immediately to me, right?
Morning, Meg.
Oh, hi.
Vera. Morning, Mrs. Davidson. I'll just get myself organised and I'll be right with you.
This is going to be impossible. How can we hope to maintain reasonable security with so few guards?
Stop worrying, Vera.
Well, someone around here's got to. Nobody else seems to be. I've got every officer available on duty, but in all the confusion that I can see developing, it's a perfect chance for an escape attempt.
Now, simmer down.
I'm surprised at you, Meg.
Why?
Because I think that you agree with all this soft, namby-pamby treatment for a bunch of social misfits. This is a correction centre, not a playground.
You're right. But Mrs. Davidson's given it the go-ahead. We can only follow instructions.
Ferguson?
Yes, Miss Bennett?
Where's Officer Williams?
She's in the kitchen, supervising the others.
Higgins, tell Officer Williams to report to me at once.
Do you think that's wise, Vera? Mrs. Davidson wanted the women in the kitchen to be supervised.
I need Williams here. Those women aren't going anywhere.
How's it all going?
Oh, will you tell us?
They're so professional.
Only because you showed us how, Clara.
Oh, Lizzie, I could tell someone 1,000 times and they'd never get it right. It's all your own work.
Clara, I have to report to Miss Bennett. Now, you'll be in charge, all right?
Okay.
Now, remember what Mrs. Davidson told you.
Don't worry about a thing, darling.
Higgins?
Doreen, when you finish these, would you decorate the pavlovas?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, dear.
It's here.
What?
The colour tally.
How do you know?
Maisie Higgins just told me. She said she saw it in reception. The cover had slipped off.
Oh, great!
I say, girls, we've just run out of sugar, so I'm just going to pop into the storeroom. Don't forget about the pavlovas, will you?
Oh, no, I'll do them now.
Good.
Lizzie?
What?
Abuse the trust that Mrs. Davidson showed us. If anyone saw this mess, it'd ruin the whole work project. Is that what you want?
We got carried away.
That's right. Just happened.
I don't want to hear any excuses. Clean it up.
Yes, Clara.
And tidy yourselves as well.
See, I told you, Lizzie. She's just like me mum. Only me dad would have belted me one as well.
That's right. It was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah!
I thought so. Trust you to disappear, Ferguson, just as the hard work begins.
Ah, fair go. We've done our share.
Get back to work. And that includes you as well, Jones.
What have you done?
The TV set's in reception. Could you arrange to have it set up in the recreation room so that it's ready for the unveiling when Mrs. de Vere arrives?
Bloody waste of time and effort. Ferguson, Jones, come with me.
Oh, she's got something really weird up her sleeve this time.
What are you doing wandering around on your own?
Nothing.
Then get outside and do some work.
Why should I? I don't give a stuff about your stinking barbecue or anything else. Anyway, I'm getting out on Monday. Or didn't they tell you?
That's enough of your cheek, Burke. Either you help, or I'll have you locked away in your cell. I can't spare an officer just to watch you. So take your choice.
I'll help.
I thought you would. Now be quick about it. Well, come on, you two. I haven't got all day.
No, you wouldn't. What are you going to do next? Moving all the laundry around us.
Congratulations, everyone. I think you've all done a splendid job.
Amazing what a bit of elbow grease can do, especially if you've got nothing better to do with your time.
I think you all deserve an early lunch.
Oh, terrific.
Miss Bennett?
All right, everyone. Lunch. That includes you too, Ferguson.
I know, I was just...
Then follow the others.
Well, I was just looking for something. Have you seen that hammer I was using?
I said inside.
Okay.
That Jeffrey bloke coming?
Said he might if he hasn't got too much to do.
Oh.
Oh, look, I'll let you meet him when he comes. You'll really like him.
Yeah.
You want some?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Mrs. de Vere is not here yet. If you'd like to wait over by the refreshments, I'll let you know as soon as she arrives.
Fine, thanks.
Hey, Mum, did you see that?
Of course I did, I'm not blind. Hey, we'll pay Maisie a visit later, see what she's got.
Beck?
Yes, Miss Bennett.
Where do you think you're off to?
Toilet, Miss Bennett.
Miss Knox, escort Burke to the ladies' room.
Oh, Lizzie, look at that. It's her.
Big deal.
Good afternoon, Mrs. de Vere.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Davidson. Everyone?
Mr. Davidson, great. Meg, come in.
Well, shall we join the others? Could I have your attention, please? Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Mrs. Marion de Vere, without whose generosity none of this would have been possible. She is also responsible for the Halfway House project, ceasing to be a dream and becoming a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Marion de Vere.
Thank you for your very generous introduction, Mrs. Davidson. I'm only too happy to help in any way I can those less fortunate than myself.
But why a halfway house, Mrs. de Vere?
Why not? Can you think of a more worthy project? After all, there but for the grace of God go you or I.
How can you be sure it'll succeed?
Because we'll have women in charge. Women will be running it. Women who, like myself, don't believe in failure.
Good on you, Mrs. de Vere.
A lot of people don't realize that many of the women here find it very difficult to cope with the outside world once they've been released. And they need a refuge, a kind of hiding place while they learn to readjust to the realities of the new lives, and somewhere they can be sure of finding a helpful hand and a friendly face. In short, a halfway house.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have no intention of boring all of you with yet another speech. I just want to say this. The colour television set here is a symbol, nothing more, of the help that I hope to be able to provide from time to time for the women of Wentworth. It is not an act of charity on my behalf, but a gift to them from a friend.
Oh, this is monstrous. How could they? And you talk me into helping these creatures. They're nothing more than animals.
Marianne, please, it's not...